Perfect. Thank you, Nikki.
You're welcome. There you go. So you're now the host. So I will.
Good deal. Okay. It is 3:09 and I will call the meeting to order. Okay, roll call. Who we got? Lee.
Sorry, did you say me, Lee? I'm
Yes, roll call.
Here. Yes, here.
Marcia.
Here.
That's a good thing. Mary Ann.
Here.
Good. Where are we? Allison.
Here.
And that's all I see, and I'm here. So that's no Reagan.
For the record, she's written to me to say that she's unable to make this meeting, but had looked carefully at her section.
Okay. And Mickey is traveling. He emailed me, so he should be back tonight. Okay. Where are we? Introduction to remote reading. Good afternoon. This is the open meeting of the Town Area Plan Work Group. It is being conducted pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. I don't see anybody from the public, so it will not feature public comment. For this meeting, the Town Area Plan Work Group is convening by video conference via Zoom app as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join for Zoom meetings. Please note this meeting is being recorded and that all attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you, and do take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recordings. And I think that's enough of that. Okay. Approval of the agenda. Any discussion? I'll take that as a no. Motion to approve.
I move to approve the agenda. Mary Ann.
And is there a second?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Lee, second. All in favor, aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? We have an agenda. Right, approval of the draft minutes from August 16th, 2024. Any discussion? Take that as a no. Motion to approve.
I move to approve. Mary Ann.
Mary Ann, second.
Oh, second, Marcia.
Thank you, Marcia. Second. All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, we got a draft minutes. Marcia, were you able to get in touch with Mickey?
Well,
Sort of.
yeah, sort of, right? Oh, not easy. So I talked with him today and he's not done the portion that we're waiting for. So it's out of my hands. I'm ready to incorporate it into the existing document, but, and I did get in touch with him last week about it when you did contact me, so I'm doing the best I can with it, but,
Okay. I sent the email out. We are kind of running out of time. Let me put it this way. NP and EDC is in discussions A renewal of the plan will be 12 months. A new plan will be 18 months. And we are well past that.
Would you say that again? Oh,
If you are renewing a plan,
no, I understand.
you have 12 months to get it done. If it is a new plan, you have 18 months. We are at, what, 2.5 years?
No,
Coming
we
up
have
on
that
3.
COVID, but we have that COVID elastic time in the middle there, so.
I
think
know.
18 months.
I know.
Yep.
And certainly
So-
Marcia can cause us the delay. So,
But the thing
Well,
is, we're
you know,
holding up another work group, so we
you know,
need to
I
get
know.
this in.
I mean, we're down in numbers. We're down at least 2. So I don't know that they're going to be, I know that they're not going to be interested in hearing excuses, but on my part, I lost one partner and Mickey is generally retired and on vacation and I don't have the ability. So I've written both documents, and if I have to come in and do the rest, I can do that. And I'll add whatever I can do to get that done. And I know that we're meeting on Tuesdays now at 3:00 in honor of Mickey's schedule. And I would appreciate in the future, whatever future we've got, that, if we know Mickey's not coming, that, because 3:00 is smack in the middle of my afternoon workday. I am still working. So I'll do my best to get it to you and I'll write it.
Okay, thank you. If you can't get together with him and say this week, I would say just go ahead and write it.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. It hasn't happened for weeks now. So there we are.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm so edgy because I just went to the dump, unloaded the truck, and came home and found my fence down in the street.
No.
So I may be in and out of this meeting because I have called the police, but there's nothing. There's just the fence is down. So, yeah.
sorry.
So sorry for my edge. I'm feeling it.
No, Marcia, when your property is violated like that, even if it's repairable, it's still a
A lot.
blow. It's still frustrating to know that somebody did that and didn't stop.
Nope. I was gone maybe a half an hour, out to the dump and back.
Yeah.
So there it is. Thank you, Lee. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I went by at 1:30 and didn't see anything.
Nope.
I went to the dump.
Yeah, you got me. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Henry, I'm going to suggest that we think in terms of submitting a working draft to MPEDC with the caveat that we may amend that one section. But I think it may be time, in light of your concern about the length of time we've spent on this, that we begin to transmit stuff to them.
I would agree. I would like to see it go in as one document. They would like to review the completed document in their November meeting starting. They estimate they're going to take 3 months. And in that 3 months, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of back and forth about changes.
So is this a good time to ask some questions about that review or the process?
I'll answer what I can.
I mean, I, of course, don't know anything, and maybe all of us don't know anything about that, but it would seem to me, since the time we've all put into this, to have some form of presentation or involvement or availability for questions, for, our thoughts about it. But that would be an ideal, because
That's a good point, Marcia. So I'm still in favor of moving forward, but Henry, I think part of the transmission of our work to MPEDC would include a request for a joint meeting.
Well, I think that's going to end up happening, Lee.
Okay.
Because there's gonna be, I'm sure they're not gonna be 100% happy with what we're turning in. They're gonna suggest changes, we're gonna have to come back at them with whatever compromise we come up with.
I know that, to me, we haven't heard good things about the study done by Monomoy people, correct? That
I'm
was-
not gonna get into Monomoy.
No, I'm just using it as, like, I don't want that to happen to us. I would like a chance to, I mean, it's not just words we're submitting, we're people, we have
Yeah.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
invested in this. And so I think, whatever you can do to get us to be
Marcia,
represented.
To alleviate concern, we are in the system. The other group, Monomoy, was not in the system and got very frustrated that they couldn't get into the system. And so I would suggest that it's between them and MPEDC. By giving MPEDC our report, we may be opening a space for another work group, and that could include Monomoy. That'll be up to MPEDC.
No, I do understand, but I would welcome the opportunity to present to them and to let them know that that none of us have ever done one of these before. And we're
oh, they know.
willing and able to go back and forth with them rather than have them just, redline it out. So that's all.
Well, I'm hopeful that they'll say thank you and that they'll post the document. That's the important part, is that it would be posted publicly. After all, everything we've done up until now has gone into the minutes intentionally, and the minutes are posted.
Good.
So everything we've done is accessible. I'm suggesting that Henry and I work with MPEDC to give them a clean document, get rid of all the track changes stuff. And I'll go through it, look for typos. And Allison, thank you. Allison found a typo. I would like to pretend I never make a mistake, but heavens to Betsy, I do all the
No,
time.
that was a test. No, Lee, I knew that you didn't make a mistake. I knew you put that in there on purpose. It was just a test. Make sure I was paying.
And Lee, this is Mary Ann. I have a question. Do you think we could have another 24 hours to look over your draft document?
Oh my, yes. What I'm going to do is step by step work with Megan Trudell on the transmission and transition. I suspect that the town is very cautious about what they accept as attachments for fear of viral infection. And so the first thing I need to do is just figure out how they want to receive it, because they are going to get the survey.
The police are here. I'll be back.
Oh, okay. So
We'll be here.
maybe not.
So is that an answer to my question, Lee? Yes or no? Could we have another 24 hours to
You're
review?
going to have quite a bit of time because we're waiting for Marcia to submit any changes that she wants to make. But I think working with Ms. Trudell on just the method of getting it across is going to take days. It'll be a while before I send anything to her.
Okay.
I'm going to work on the survey. Mary Longacre did such a fabulous job. It's all in my files. I'd like to set up a little table of contents, introduction, the summary of, introduction, the raw survey, the questionnaire, and then the data analysis of the various questions, ending up with my summary of the written material. And that's so much in terms of volume. Somebody's server is going to say, this is too big. We don't want this.
Yeah.
But so that's what I'm talking about. It's just the mechanics of transmission. But we need to start.
Can I also make a comment about your introduction, just in general?
Yes, of course.
It gives the impression that we are the historic district and we are the cultural district. And as opposed to being adjacent to the cultural district and the commercial, I actually got that wrong, commercial and cultural districts. And I'm wondering why you wrote it the way you did.
Marianne, I tried to be explicit on that, but I'm going to go back and look at it carefully with your concern in mind.
Okay, and I was just thinking about the word adjacent, which you did use at one point, but it starts off making it sound like the cultural and commercial districts are within our area, which for
Okay,
our purposes is not.
if we go
Oh, the
back
term surround.
into the time when the dinosaurs roamed Nantucket, we wrote that thinking that the town area included those.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize
And
that.
I did amend, but I may not have amended enough.
Okay, I get it.
I think you did amend it, but you said it surrounds the commercial downtown,
I'll
which
look
it
at
does
that.
technically, but I think.
It does.
Yeah.
But I think I also said, and I have to be very careful, that what happens in the commercial downtown has huge impacts on the town, particularly with traffic flows and parking.
You did say that. Yes, that's in there.
Mhm.
And one other thing I'd like to comment on, you have me working with Henry still on open space. And to tell you the truth, once Liz left and I had land use by myself, I abandoned Henry. And he did that. He did open space all by himself.
Okay.
So I don't think I should be credited with that.
So this is why you need 4 years for these things. You build a rapport, you give credit where credit is due. Love it.
It's because people come and people go.
That's true.
Lee, have you set up a date with Megan?
No. And here's why, Henry. On certain official acts, I want to make sure that everybody who's here knows what we're doing. But I will do that first thing tomorrow morning.
Okay. Yeah, because that may take some time.
Yeah.
Or I can get my 14-year-old great nephew. He probably knows how to do it.
Well, Megan did ask me whether or not I use Dropbox or other Google Cloud as a way of transmitting stuff. And if they insist on that, I may have to, because they don't like, I know for a fact, they don't like taking stuff on a flash drive.
Okay.
For fear of infection. Now, the town server has been fairly accommodating for large files. It used to be 10 meg, but it's much more than that now. So this nephew is here in town?
He's out in Surfside, yeah.
Okay. I may call on him. Henry, I think maybe we should have the consent of the group to move forward.
Yeah, I agree.
But that depends on the police department now
It does.
and how efficient they are.
I'm sure they drove up and said, yeah, you got hit.
I actually have to run. I'm so sorry. Hopefully we still have a quorum without me once Marcia returns, but something just popped up.
Okay. Are you okay with us moving ahead, Allison?
Yes,
Okay.
and I've reviewed it all. I gave Lee I passed the test on my typo that I found. And it looks good to me.
Okay. All right.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you. Okay.
So I think, Marianne, if I say that you're okay, but you want to make sure you get your full 24 hours. I think there's a song about that, 24 little hours.
Well, I already made my one comment about the adjacent versus
Yeah, no,
encompassing.
I'll
But
get that.
there's a comma that needs to be inserted in the section on land use that actually will make a difference in how the sentence reads. And I want to make sure that I tell you where that comma should go.
Send it right along, Marianne.
But it's not going to be.
Once upon a time, there was a British thing on Masterpiece Theater, and it had Oscar Wilde, and says Lily Langtry to Oscar Wilde, "Oscar, how are you?" "Exhausted, Lily. This morning I put in a comma. This afternoon I took it out." That particular line resonates in this household.
Good one.
Not to mention books that have been written about the Oxford comma.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Some of them very humorous
Yes.
and therefore worth reading.
Eats, shoots, and leaves.
Yes, that's a good one. But also there's another book, The Comma Queen.
Yeah, I've seen the reference to it. I haven't read it.
She was the copy editor at the New Yorker magazine.
That's what I was about to say, that, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of my favorite reading devices. No longer cheaply available to ex-professors. Even on subscription, it's $3.50 a week.
Which is that?
New Yorker.
Oh, the New Yorker. Yeah.
Yeah. It's $8 and something on the newsstand.
Well, I get a subscription,
So do I.
it's worth it.
And it keeps edging up in price.
It's worth it.
Henry, I'm not sure what to suggest.
Well, this is a very small and exclusive club now.
Right. Well, we no longer have a quorum.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Well, Marcia.
Not even with Marcia. Don't we need 5?
That's right.
No, we've only got 7, so that's 4.
No, it's, I'm sorry to report, Henry, it's the quorum of the original membership. It's 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Unless NPEDC was going to reform the committee with a new number. I'm going to suggest, because it's really, we're abusing Marianne's time, that
I have
since we
nothing
don't
else
have a
to do.
quorum, that if Marianne agrees with me that it's time to submit, I know Henry does, and you write a note to Marcia saying that we're voting by email, and is she okay with this? And that she has time to submit, I don't want to use the word edits, additions to her section.
additions, yeah. Yeah, it works for me.
Okay.
Because we don't know how long Marcia's gonna be.
No. And in light of a very nice presentation that we had, because we're all members of the town association, from Chief Casper, I know, I suspect that Marcia's getting good attention, but they will go through protocol. They'll be taking pictures and getting statements and so forth.
Okay. All right, I will send out an email to
May as
vote.
well copy everybody.
Yep,
And I will be calling Megan in the morning.
yeah. It would be good to get it started. When do you leave? Are you headed?
Frequently. Friday the 13th, we're going to a little graduate school reunion in Washington, D.C. On the 20th or 21st, or whatever's the Saturday, I'm going to Las Vegas for a professional meeting. And then the vacation, which is what I think you're asking about, is September 30th. And that'll be 3 weeks. 7 days of which I will not be available. I don't think I'll be available by email. I have wireless where I stay in London, but we're going to be on a ship somewhere in the Norwegian fjords.
Okay. All right. I will get the email out to vote by email on proceeding.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yes. Thank you to Henry for chairing this marvelous group with all of its best members. And thank you to all the members of whom Marianne easily represents everybody.
Are we being disbanded? Is this like the end?
I'm not quite sure. No, it's not the end because we're going to be stand ready to meet with MPEDC, but it's
Okay.
close to the end. It's
So-
the beginning of the end.
You're doing all of the falderall too early.
Right. Well,
He's
we
just
are
practicing.
we are being recorded, so I figured I would get that into the record.
Okay,
Okay.
Lee, motion to adjourn.
Yeah, I don't think
I
we
move that we-
adjourned when Allison left, but yes, 3:35. LS and Marianne.
Marianne
I-
seconds. And thank you, Nikki. And we're out of here.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you all. Cheery bye.